Welcome back to another video, ladies and gentlemen, and today we are going to go through Man's Search for Meaning. Okay, so this is a very interesting book. It was recommended to me by a buddy over in the Air Force. You guys are still some weenies, but you know how to pick a good book. All right, I'll give you that much. All right, don't try to take too much. That's the last compliment you get from me. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy this little short video of what I got out of Man's Search for Meaning. Definitely recommend this book if you guys if you just are looking for a good read, something that's inspirational to keep you on track with your goals. Good luck to all of you guys out there with your goals. And anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. As always, I got some notes for you guys. Number one is Man's Search for Meaning is the book that I read. Number two is The Best Chess Moves comment. Throughout this book, this guy is stuck in a lot of concentration camps. This guy was put through the ringer, right? This guy was starved. This guy was beaten. He was forced to work. All of these things, all this suffering, and through this suffering, he found meaning. So one of the interesting quotes from this book was, "What is the best chess moves?" So basically, he said, asking someone what the meaning of life is like asking a chess master, what is the best chess move? There is no answer to that question, right? It depends on the situation. It depends on what the board looks like, right? It depends on your individual life. So to ask someone what the meaning of life is, there is no objective meaning of life. There is no one meaning of life that fits all people, right? There's no dogmatic approach. You just have to look at your situation and what does it mean to you. And when he was in these prisons, he thought about his wife. He thought about his kids. Other people thought about their life's work, right? If they were a scientist, they thought about one day they need to go create that work that they've been working on, right? They need to continue their work. They need to inspire people. They need to do whatever it is. Just thoughts about the future, having that meaning, having that purpose, something that you're striving towards, right? Because humans, we don't do very well with equilibrium. We don't do very well with stagnation. We need something to strive for, right? We need something to look forward to in the future, or else we just kind of falter. We don't have any reason to be around. And he talked a lot about how you could tell by people picking up cigarettes instead of picking up food that they were trying to enjoy their final moments and they had given up on life. So when you would see somebody switch from trying to eat food to just trying to enjoy their last couple of cigarettes instead of selling it for food or whatever, you just knew that someone had given up on life and that they were going to die soon in the prison camps. So let's move on to the next down here. So over here, number 3, I said it is individual. You have to decide. So that's one thing that people don't really have through their heads. A lot of people don't understand that. Like I said before, there's no individual meaning of life. You have to decide what that means for you, right? What is your meaning of life? Is your meaning of life a better life for your kids? Is your meaning of life striving for better, a better financial situation, more freedom, never going through what you went through as a kid, never allowing somebody, improving other people's lives? Is it to start a scholarship fund? Is it to own a football team, right? What is it? What is that thing? So anyways, now you guys are seeing a little bit of a preview of the quotes that I always put at the end of my videos. Shout out to the people who stay to the end of the videos. I just wanted to go through these last 3 that I got from this book. So number 1 down here is, to live is to suffer. To survive is to find some meaning in the suffering, right? So every day we wake up, we suffer. It could be, from the smallest thing like a hangnail to, a sore neck or whatever it is, right? But why would you go through that suffering, that pain, right? One of the signals, the main signals that your body gives you to not do something, right? If let's say you twisted your ankle, is pain, right? To live is to suffer, but why would you continue that pain, right? Why would you continue to live on if there's no reason to live on, right? And intuitively, as human beings, we know that there is no inherent reason to continue that suffering, right? Let's say that you went through a bad breakup, you went through a divorce, whatever. What is the reason to continue that suffering? It has to be for something, right? All right, number 2, he who has a why to live can bear with almost any how. All right, and I've noticed that in my own life that if I strive hard enough for something, it doesn't matter what I have to do to get there. You can bear it. And the last one is in reference to the purposelessness that people felt after they got out of the concentration camps and they did not have the suffering to basically go through and something to strive for, or just in general when people don't have something to strive for. So no instinct tells him what he has to do, and no tradition tells him what he ought to do. Sometimes he does not even know what he wishes to do. Instead, he either wishes to do what other people do, conformism, or he does what other people wish him to do. Totalitarianism. Viktor E. Frankl. So this one is one that I'm kind of seeing in society today, right? You see a lot of conformism going on out there. You see a lot of people who want to be under control, right? Under government control, under someone's control. Somebody just tell me what to do. Somebody tell me what to think. All right. And that's just a dangerous place for us to be when people have lost their meaning, when people have lost tradition. All right. So the last thing I wanted to get into was just the purpose through meaning and purpose through pain, right? Purpose through suffering. So basically the one purpose through suffering, he talks about how, like, you could, instead of the Auschwitz example, you could say purpose through suffering is that your suffering is it's basically to prove yourself, right? So some people, you could make an exercise example. What is the purpose of the suffering? The suffering is to prove to yourself that you are stronger than, most, or you're stronger than you used to be. So that could be a purpose through suffering. Purpose through meaning, or something outside of yourself, is another one. So it could be, your kids, or it could be anything really. It could be your church. It could be something besides yourself, because we inherently know that without connecting ourselves to something else outside of ourselves, we inherently don't have any meaning to our lives, right? So this was just a little rant. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I want to know what you guys think about all of this. What's your purpose? Comment that down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.